Got it. Got it. Good. Hi, Julie. Give me a second. I'm working on something, so give me a few seconds.
Sure, no worries.
All right, now we got it. Woohoo! Okay. We are Facebooking. Oh, and it's preparing. So let's see what I did. It is preparing. I will go. Hold on. It is preparing. Let's see. Okay, like this. It just takes a minute, so it's just I'm learning.
No worries. No worries at all. I'm comfortable in my chair.
There you go. Okay. Go live. And I think it's yep. And we are live. Hi guys, this is Michelle Padilla, the host of the Awareness Show. We are just having a little technical difficulties, but we are good to go. Hi Julie, how are you today?
Hi Michelle, I'm great. How are you today? Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, you're welcome. How's the weather? I know you're from New York and it's 3 hours difference.
Actually, no. I'm not from New York. I'm originally from Oklahoma. I started my career in Missouri, went to Arkansas, and ended up in Nashville.
Nice. So we're going to get to that in the meantime. I know you guys just recently had a hurricane, or was it a hurricane in Nashville?
Well, we had several tornadoes in Nashville. Starting May 3rd, we had some pretty devastating storms that took out some of the downtown area, the East Nashville. A very good friend of mine lost her home. So, you know, we were just kind of reeling from that when COVID started. And now we're into June and not sure what's going to happen next. But yeah, just one day at a time.
It's crazy. So you started out, how did you start your singing and acting career? That's my question.
How did I start my acting career?
Yes.
Well, I actually have kind of always been a ham bone of a person. You know, I'm kind of always trying to make people laugh. And so my husband we had been married about a year, and we talked about going to Branson, Missouri to just see what would happen, because, you know, we could always go home if nothing worked out. And so we moved to Branson, Missouri after being married a year, and everything worked out. So we never had to move home. So I started with the Promise Theater in Branson, Missouri.
Nice. What age were you at? Like 21?
I was 24 years old. No, I was 25 years old when we moved to Branson. So mid-20s. Yes, you know, I've always been kind of a late bloomer, though. You know, I kind of take my pace and make sure that I'm ready for these big steps that I'm taking. So.
And so you are working on acting and singing. How is that combined together? How do you like those two together, acting and singing?
Honestly, I can't differentiate the two. I mean, I've always been an actress. I've always been a singer. I've done musical theater, so the two just kind of meld naturally with that. Music is nothing that I really had considered as a career. I was doing some faith-based movies, and had done one called Mission Improbable. And my producer, the president of Platinum Planet Records, had seen me in that movie, and then reached out to me about being a songwriter. And so when I wrote my first song, I sang it for him, and that's when he signed me as an artist to sing my songs. So that's really exciting. And so that was about 3 years ago, and my first album just dropped in February. So it's been an interesting kind of a release, because we haven't been able to do the usual avenues of live performances and, you know, singer-songwriter nights and, you know, really getting the word out there. So that's why I'm so appreciative to you, Michelle, for letting me come on your show and talk about this brand new album called Denim with Diamonds that I wrote.
That's basically
Yeah.
what the Word of Show does is we talk about different causes and events, and we try to make new artists and old artists talk about their causes and events. So what was it like working on Mission Impossible?
Well, this is a faith-based movie called Mission Improbable.
Oh,
So it's
Improbable.
not Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, but it's a very good movie about substance abuse. And we shot that movie on location at in Crossville, Tennessee, at the Bible Rehabilitation Center in Crossville, Tennessee. And we have actual residents of that center in the movie. And so I think it was a really exciting thing to be a part of. I come from a home of addiction. And so it was really important for me to depict that truthfully and transparently, and the struggle that that addiction brings to a life. It's a terrible, terrible struggle. And,
It is. It is. And I always ask my guests because I know we're doing quarantine right now and everything's starting to go slowly and surely. Do you think you're going to be going back into the studio anytime soon and record some more songs, or what's your next big step?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Michelle, and you're the first one to know this, but here in the next few weeks, I'll be releasing a new single called Something's Just Not Right. And then we'll also be releasing a Christmas single, probably the end of October, to prepare for the Christmas season, called Hopin' It's Snowin'. So those are our new releases. And then we've also got songs that are in the process of having the tracks made. So then I will go back into the studio and record those vocals, and then we'll just keep kicking them out for you guys.
Well, we're on Facebook Live because I figured out how to work Zoom and Facebook Live at the same time. So my listeners are now listening to you and listening about the songs. Can they go on Amazon Prime? Where can they download your songs first off?
Well, I'm on Apple Music. I'm on iTunes. You can listen to me on Spotify. Let's see, Reverb Nation. I have a website called, it's julitapken.com. And you can find out everything you want to know. You can listen to the songs. You can purchase a CD if you're so inclined. And we've also got some acting clips and some pictures and some biographies and things like that. So I'd love it if you'd come visit me on julitapken.com. Also, let me just state that my name is spelled a little differently. It's Juli, no E, and T-A-P-K.
Sorry about that. It was autocorrect. You know how autocorrects are.
Right, I know, and it's not a problem. It happens all the time, and I'm just resigned to it. I gave my son a name that is misspelled, so we have that in common all the time.
Yes, right now the weather is kind of nice here in Oxnard. It's hot. It's summertime breeze going on. People are just going back to the beaches. Taking it slow. The malls are finally opening up here. It's just, I'm not sure. I haven't heard any cases out there in Nashville with COVID-19. Did you guys have a lot of cases out there in COVID-19, or was it just Noel?
Well, we did have some cases. As a matter of fact, there was a case in Williamson County, which is where I live, and we just locked down, they locked down, and as far as I know, nothing is spread to anyone that I know have worked with. I work conventions and also work with Vanderbilt, and so far we've, lowered that curve or flattened that curve, I guess. And so, I know that people are really anxious to get back to their lives, to our lives, and I'm for that. Normalcy is important to our mental health. And our mental health is important to our physical health. And, of course, I'm a naturalist. So I'm like, rub some dirt in it, roll around in the dirt, that'll cure anything. So
Right.
People tend to debate with me on that. so
Yeah. I'm not sure if you just heard, but I know that Arizona is having a fire going on right now in Tucson, Arizona. So they had to evacuate some of them right now. So
Yeah.
Tucson is yeah, having a fire. So it's just
Wow.
been one of those years when we're always going to say, oh, what's going to happen next month, So we had the Escape from the Monkeys, from the Institute. We had the Hornets. We've had giant alligators, but it's just been a weird, whirlwind, and it's been crazy. So
Mhm.
a lot of people like to just take some time and just, now is the time to revamp and get back to normal little by little, and
Yeah.
that going outside, going to get some fresh air, start singing again, maybe writing up some songs. So my next question is, did you get to work with any singers like Dolly Parton or Billy Ray Cyrus? Are you get to did you get to work with them or?
Well, I had a co-star role for as an episode of Nashville. So I got to work with the actor who played Dean. I can't think of his name right now. I did get to work with Billy Cyrus as a as a background extra on his show Still the King, and but musically, I have some of the greatest Nashville musicians backing my album. I have Brian White on the guitars. I have Gary Lunn, who is the bassist for Dolly Parton. He plays bass. Um, I have Steve Brewster playing drums. I have Wanda Vick, who is incredible and so sought after because she plays every string instrument that was ever invented and some that still need to be invented and just plays them beautifully. And so when you listen to the songs, these artists have been in Nashville for years and they're Grammy winners. I mean, they've got awards on their own rights. And so I'm so humbled that they would play on my album, and the music is just incredible because of their willingness to again reach back and help an independent, an up and coming or a brand new artist by making sure that it sounds professional, it sounds great. And so I am just blessed as ever to have stellar musicians on my record, Denim with Diamonds.
And how long did it take you to write your songs by a chance? Like time frames. I know you take some breaks and then you came back. How long did it take you to write your songs?
Well, I kind of write in pieces. Some songs come right away, and you kind of work on it for an hour and a half, and then you've got a great song. Other songs come in years, or weeks. It just kind of rattles around in your brain, and you think about an idea or the theme of your song or a tune. A tune will come to me, and I'll just have it stuck in my head until I put words to it, and then it becomes an actual song. So that's a hard question to answer. A song takes as long as it takes to be born.
There you go. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to listen to your songs yet, but I'm going to, and I want to post it on Facebook and on the awareness show. And I think a lot of people will get to know who you are and what the song is about. Can you tell me what the song is about?
Yes. Well, the album is titled Denim with Diamonds, and so that's the title track. And Denim with Diamonds is it was inspired by really all of the great country women that I grew up listening to. Dolly Parton, you mentioned, Reba McEntire's from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma. Carrie Underwood. These women that are just simple, down home women, and they became larger than life. And I just know that if you were to sit down with them, with a messy bun and sweats, they'd still be those down home women. And so that's what the song Denim with Diamonds is about. The song that I sent you is Dodged That Bullet, and
And I'm
that
gonna
is a song that is inspired by everybody has a situation in their life where you look back and you just go, woo, thank you, Lord, that that didn't hit me, or I didn't, step into that situation that could have really changed the course of my life. So
Yeah.
it's sort of specific to relationship, but I think anybody can really relate to it, because we all have that time in our past when we just know that had we, turned left instead of right, we wouldn't be here today.
I know all about that. So what I was gonna do is later on, I'll post the song that you sent me to Facebook, so my listeners and my friends can hear it. Uh, we get a lot of feedback on the show, and so I used to do Skype, but Skype wasn't working out. This is much better, so I can see you guys and talk to you guys. My question is, I have a lot of musicians who want to be a singer and writer and actress all in one. What advice do you have for them and how to get their foot into the door, basically, if that makes sense?
Um, just keep going, keep trying. Don't take no for an answer. You don't need anybody's permission to be creative. That we live in an amazing time, and with just such, these Zoom meetings, and people are getting their content via the internet. And so, we are our own producers. I'm grateful and I'm blessed to have a record producer that was able to put out a project like this. But honestly, Michelle, even if I didn't, I still would write my funny little songs, and I still would play guitar for my own enjoyment, and I still would just have this creative just gene in me that has this necessity to create something. So anyone who's looking to get into the business, here's my advice. Do everything you can. If you want to be an actor, do community theater, do student films, just, stand in front of your mirror and practice monologues, videotape yourself and work your craft yourself, and you will open doors to other opportunities. There are lots of audition opportunities online, on Facebook, Actors Access. Really, the only thing stopping you is you. So just get out there and try, and don't take no for an answer. I'm 45 years old, and I'm just starting on a music career. Who would have thought? Michelle, 15 years ago, they would have showed me the door and been like, thanks,
Bye.
right, you kind of missed your shot, mama. But now it's not like that. We realize that people with life experience, have meaningful things to say. And to be honest, I couldn't have been a songwriter in my 20s. I didn't know enough to write anything that would touch somebody's heart in my 20s. I had to go through it, to go through the 30s, to really understand and know how to convey my experiences to hopefully help someone else through theirs.
And I'm 44, and I just started doing podcasting almost, it's going to be 9 years in August, and I had no clue about podcasting or anything like that. And so I would ask some guests to come onto the show, say, hey, would you like to? Some say yes, some say no. And so, it's like you just have to keep trying, and maybe you get better at one thing and see what happens. And that's all you can hope for is, just have somebody in your corner and pushing you to do more things. And that's what I try to tell my listeners. So, uh, I don't know if you've been following me, but I started the podcast because I got diagnosed 10 years ago with the missing chromosome called 22q. It's just like Down syndrome. And so it has over 200 symptoms. And I thought, okay, so how can I get the word out about this rare disease? How can I, show tell people what it is? And so when I went to Cal State Comedians, that's what I started doing. I found out they had a radio show. I was like, hey, should I do it or should I not do it? And I'm like, I'll try it and I'll go for it anyways. And then here I am 9 years later, still doing it. We've had wonderful guests like Marion Ross from Happy Days on the show. We've had Elaine Graff from Mr. Belvedere. Uh, E.T.'s mom from E.T. I can't think of her name right now, but I'm drawing a blank. Jerry from the Facts Life. We've had amazing people come on onto the show. So it's just been, an opportunity. And I always tell my friends who have disabilities to go and try to go out there and just have fun. They get lucky, may not get lucky, but keep going and just keep trying. That's basically what I tell my listeners and my guests who are coming on, because they always ask me how I started the podcast, and then I tell them how I started the podcast. And so it's just, I like how this is going, how I get to talk to you about different causes and events, and you get to share with your music and what's coming up. And that's what people like to hear, not just COVID-19 or politics. We try to stay away from politics. So I know it's been a lot of crazy stuff with everything. So this is like a feel good show. We just have a lot of fun. So
I'm so proud. I'm so grateful that you started this show. I mean, again, just to bring awareness to your situation and what you've been going through, and again, I think we tend to all get kind of stuck in our bubble, and we're all kind of tired of it, and it really brings perspective when we can just connect one-on-one and recognize that, man, you're doing okay. I mean, someone's got something worse than you, and they are moving forward. So move forward. And that's what, I love that. And I'm so jazzed up and energized now just from hearing your story. That's awesome. I'm gonna write a song.
There you go. And we actually, my co-host Ruben actually did a theme song for me, but I haven't been able to play it. But eventually, I would like to create. I'm not good with words or anything like that, but have like a Michelle 22 song or something like that. But I'm not really good with words or lyrics or anything like that. I'm more like a talker, people person, talk like you and me.
Yeah.
And I had been through so much. I've had like three heart operations, 2 sinus. I had mouth surgery. So this was all when I was younger. But as I grow older and I tell my friends, we have friends who are celebrities who have some similarity to us. They go out there and they try. So I always tell the parents, have your kids try and go better and do the next step and see what happens. So it is a great honor to have you on the show. My question is, where can they find you? How can they add you? And what social media platform do you have?
Well, I'm on all social media platforms. I'm very active on Facebook and Instagram. I am on Twitter. So yeah, check me out on those. Follow me. Friend request me. Again, go to my website, julitapken.com. And let's see, I have a YouTube channel. Gosh, I'm everywhere.
No, have you tried TikTok yet? Have you tried TikTok?
I'm sorry?
Have you tried TikTok?
I have not tried TikTok yet. I haven't. But that's one that, I have a 15-year-old son. And so, we're always talking about, he's a gamer. And so, we're always talking about how we need to record like gaming with mom, because I'm so uncool at the gaming. And he's so, he tries so hard to be patient with me, but, and not be disrespectful with his frustration, because I'm a noob. But, what are you going to do? At least he'll play with me.
I'm just learning about TikTok myself. I'm like, I don't know what TikTok is. So I tried that. It's fun. You can actually use your own music and do funny dances and stuff like that. So that's another idea. So, yeah.
I will definitely have to check that out for sure. We'll get some mason jar in there while we're picking the tomatoes.
So can they find you on Amazon Prime? Are you
yes,
on Amazon?
I am. Well, mm-hmm. Yes.
I am to see what it is. Amazon
iTunes,
Prime.
Apple Music. Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to listen to Julie, how do I pronounce Tapken? Tapken.
Tap
Did I put it?
Ken. It's like tap dancing Ken doll.
Oh, there.
Tapken.
Tapkin. Instead of saying napkins, just say Tapkin. There you go.
Right. But there's an E instead of an I. So we tried to make it as confusing as
And that's where I have problems. I do have problems mispronouncing words, and so they do correct me sometimes. Uh, I'm going to be posting up the link on Facebook in a little while, and I would love to have you on the show again around Christmas time because I usually do a Christmas show, and I like to have different artists who would like to sing on the Christmas show, maybe like do something fun. That's one of the things I like to do, and just have fun with the listeners. And they always tell me we need to do more Christmas show or have more fun. Would you be interested in doing a Christmas show with me?
Oh, that sounds incredible. I would be honored to do the Christmas show with you. Absolutely. And I'll have a brand new song to share with you. So perfect. Thank you. Yes.
Maybe we could like write a song for 22Q. Maybe you and I could talk later and see, something.
Absolutely. I'm all for it, Mama. Let's do it. Yeah. Collaboration.
See, that's where I know what I want to say. It's just I have a hard time writing it, if that makes sense.
Oh, sure. Well, see, that's why, we all have our different gifts, Honestly, I couldn't do a podcast all the time. I have a one-track mind, so it would always be about music or acting. So I really appreciate all the different gifts and talents that everybody has. So anytime that I can work with somebody who has a totally different skill set, I am game because I want to learn something from you. Absolutely.
Yeah, because podcast it's like radio, and they always say, "Oh, but you have like thousands of listeners." I go, "No, it's just me and the guest, and you can see it's sometimes my guests, sometimes you can't see my guests." So, and then they ask me, "Oh, but you could do public speaking." I go, "I do not like public speaking. I have a hard time with public speaking because there's so many people out there who is, I get nervous, I get beet red, and so it is weird." And I want to hook you up with a friend of mine, Ruben Garcia. He's my co-host. You guys should collaborate with each other. He is awesome. He's also a computer technician. He does guitar as well. We call him the Music Man Engineer. So he is really cool. And so I want to connect you guys together. So I know. What time is it back there? What time is it? It's 7. Is it 8:30 back?
7:30. 7:30 here.
So our show is almost time because I know with Zoom they only give you so much amount of time and what do you call it?
Right.
Minutes. Would you like to say anything to my listeners or Facebook before we head off?
I just, I'm so honored to be on your show. I really am. With all of the other guests that I know you've had. Thank you guys so much for listening to this simple little country girl. And I hope you like my songs. They're just simple truth. And, I think it'll touch your heart. So do come check me out at julitapken.com or iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Reverb Nation, Amazon. Any place you can type in Juli, JULITAPKEN, you can find me. So thanks again. I appreciate it so much.
This is I'm tongue-tied. I'm the host, Michelle Patia, on the Awareness Show. I'm going to be taking some time off, guys. In July 7th, I'll be having surgery. So I'll be taking some time off for 3 weeks. And it's going to be a recovery time. I'm going to have some downtime. But look, I'm going to have some more shows in June. And then August is our 9th anniversary. We're going to be celebrating 9 years. So I don't know what I'm planning for 9 years. So I'm not sure yet. But I hope to see you guys soon. Stay in cool places right now because in California right now it's hot. On Nashville, how is Nashville right now? Is it humid?
It's pretty humid, but it's been a nice day. Really nice today. Yeah. Nice and cool for the season. I mean, not cool, but you know, pleasant,
So
very pleasant.
stay cool, wear your mask, and just be safe. 6 feet apart at all times. So who knows? Julie, I want to work with you again, and hopefully before Christmas, like get you back on the show again, and um, get you actually to sing your song on the air. Maybe would you like
Oh,
that
sure.
one?
I'd love
Yeah.
to. You bet. Oh, yeah.
So
Keep in touch. We're gonna be good
yes,
friends.
and so I want to make sure you guys are safe. It's almost the weekend. I know everybody's shooting it off fireworks already in California, so have fun, be safe, and this is the Wear Show. Love you guys. Julie, thank you so much. I hope you have a good night and be safe.
Bye. You too.
Bye.